Ernie Parsons, having been found guilty by a jury of your peers.
I didn't see any jury.
Well, they was around. Anyway, what difference does it make? You gunned down Wendy Jones, and he was one of our most beloved and respected citizens.
I heard he was the town drunk.
Well, now that he's dead, he's one of our most beloved and respected citizens.
I don't care who he was. I didn't kill him.
You've got the right to hear a few words from a preacher. Unfortunately, our preacher's out of town, but luckily, we got Farley Millard here, and he's a feed and grain salesman, and he owns a Bible.
No, thanks.
Now, what does that mean?
I don't want any feed and grain salesman praying over me. I don't want anyone praying over me. I don't believe in that stuff.
You ready, Max? Oh. You got one more inalienable right to speak a few last words, and I mean a few. We don't want one of them things where the cam takes off with a Declaration of Independence. Well, go on.
Well, I'd just like to say that this is the lousiest town that I've ever been in. Well, I've met a better class folk in a San Francisco opium parlor. Drunken pool hall bum would be considered too high tone for these parts. And as for your system of justice, well...
That's enough. You see what I mean? He was just one breath away from the Declaration. All right, Max.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Ed Loesch just confessed. He killed Wendy in a drunken barroom brawl about a pregnant Indian squaw. Ed claims Wendy was the father and that he was acting as the avenging angel.
Wendy was going to be the father or something?
That's what Ed says.
All right. On time. Give him his gun. Now, that's the way out of town, son. Take it, keep on going, and don't you never come back.
You heard her. I'm not guilty.
Even so, we don't want no fast guns in this town. Fast guns right alongside with lepers in this law-abiding community.
Can I ride back to town long enough to get some food?
That's the way out, son. Don't press your luck.
Thanks. Bye.
I'm going with you.
You don't have to. I'll be back.
When?
Whatever you do, don't leave town. Wait. Never give up hope. See ya. Ah!
Well, if I'd have known he was going to act like that, I never would have lied for him.
Lied? What? You would have never... What?
I don't care. I thought he was cute. There ain't a man around here I'd have as a gift. And he took a bath every so often besides.
After him!
clean your clothes up for the services.
I'd appreciate that. You don't happen to have a Bible around, do you? I seem to misplaced my glasses. Did you turn to that spot in Luke that your mother was talking about?
It's right here. You don't wear glasses.
You know something, you're right. I don't know what got into me.
Well, good night. Good night.
Night.
Some of you boys plant him, will you?
Don't you feel a little strange having a drink with your preacher on a Sunday morning?
No.
How come?
You know, about 10 or 12 years ago, I took a trip up to Cheyenne. Come across this altercation between a 19-year-old kid and one of the top gunslingers in that part of the country at that time. This kid, he didn't want no part of the fight, but this gunny was drunk, and he kept at it. And finally, the kid had to go for his gun or get blasted right there in his tracks. It was plumb pitiful.
How?
This kid was the fastest thing I ever seen. Caught that gunny flat-footed. Why, he was dead before God got the news. I inquired around, found out this kid's name was Ernie Parson. Ernie, what are you doing here in Castle Walk dressed up in that preacher's outfit?
It's a wrong guess, Billy.
You know, once you've seen a top man handle himself in a gunfight, you never forget one little detail. What do you want him for, anyway?
Doesn't matter. I didn't do it. They'll hang me just like I did if they catch me.
Did you kill Frank Clement?
Oh, of course not. Came across his body in the hills, and he was already dead. I was half starved, no place to go, so I took his clothes and horse and came here. All right. I'll ride back to the ranch, tell the widow and the kids goodbye, and then I'll move on.
Why, Lee, you're the answer to our prayers, Ernie.
No, I'm not, Billy. Don't let these clothes fool you.
God moves in mysterious ways, boy.
Not that mysterious. Look, Billy, what I'd like to know is if I do stick around here, how much help can I count on from these God-fearing people?
Almost none.
Almost none?
None.
It's just God moving in his mysterious way to get me killed. God will smite the sinners of Castle Walk just as surely as he smote the Philistines. Smote. For the time is at hand when you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Be not afraid, for this must first take place. Nations will rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. Not a head on your hair, or a hair on your head will perish. And I quote Luke chapter 21, verse... Luke chapter 21 and verse 23. For there shall be great distress in the land, wrath upon his people.
I brought you some lunch. I didn't know preachers had to practice.
Well, it's either that or watch the collections fall off.
Huh?
Oh, that's a real bad joke I stole from the Methodists.
Oh,
Did your mother know you came out here alone?
I don't know. Why?
Well, you're a very attractive young girl. Almost too young, as a matter of fact.
Most of the girls around here are married by the time they're 13 or 14.
13, huh? Well, I'll have to look into that.
Why? They're the lucky ones. Even if they don't get a trip to Phoenix out of it.
Is that the price of marriage around here, a trip to Phoenix?
No, but it sure doesn't hurt. Look, do I have to keep on calling you Reverend?
Oh, no, call me Ernie.
Ernie?
My full name's Frank Ernest Fleming. All my good friends, they call me Ernie.
Is there anything in your faith against marriage?
No, not in my faith. Look, Sally, sit down. This conversation isn't going in exactly the direction I'd planned. I mean, you know, marriage is just fine. I was real glad that my parents believed in it. But, well, there's other things, too. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I know what you're talking about.
Let's see.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's these clothes and this collar. It's just, I'm not going to get anywhere dressed like this.
I don't see that it makes much difference.
You would if you were dressed like a nun. It's just the wrong outfit for what I had in mind.
Hey, preacher! I gotta talk to you! Hi, Sal.
Hi.
It's real important. You know a gunfighter named Jake McCoy?
Yeah, I know of him.
He's in town,
My blessings on him.
and he's working for Ross. Is he really good?
Yeah, he's the best.
You can take him, can't you?
You sure he's working for Ross?
Yeah, and he's looking for you. Although he don't know who you really are.
Well, it doesn't matter. Or does it? Where's he at now?
Well, he's at the men's saloon when I left town.
You're going to have to ride back to the ranch alone.
We didn't get very much accomplished today, did we?
Can't you just feel the ice breaking all around us?